Hey everyone, obviously Ryan here, Feather and Finch Photography. I want to talk about something that's been on my mind lately. We've been photographing weddings for, 10 plus years now and seen many, many weddings. And I ask myself, are we doing it the right way? We get booked for the cinematic, polished, photographs and films, but is it really the most authentic way to capture a wedding? It's something that I've been sitting with so much recently. I do. I love the cinematic. I love the beautiful films when they have this tone that evokes emotion and couples love them, and we can create something out of not much, the reality. But there are things that can hinder creating cinematic films, from the timeline, stress, location, lighting, your getting ready location, your venue location, the sun on the day. There are so many things. And, I find it interesting that we're in the wedding industry, it's very common to try and create cinematic videos when really, as a creative, we have not much control. And all of these constraints are getting pushed against us. But we have a vision to create. If you look at a director on a movie scene, they have the hands-on approach on every single thing that happens on that movie. So it's something that, I've been thinking about lately, is that, filmmakers are creating these cinematic, beautiful films on wedding days, but they're getting pushed back against a lot of the variables that are outside of their control. And is there a better way? Is there a more honest and authentic way to not only create films on a wedding day, but produce photos on a wedding day? And I don't know the answer, but something I've been pondering with a lot lately is, the word documentary filmmaker, documentary photographer. It gets thrown around a lot. We use it. We've used it. Is it really documentary if you're telling people where to stand? Is it really documentary if you're setting up scenes? Is it really documentary if you're telling people to laugh at each other? I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just saying maybe the word doesn't truly fit. The next word, candid. Is it really candid if you're prompting people to laugh at each other? Is it really candid if you're setting up scenes, telling people how to stand, telling people where the light is? Is it really candid? I think it's something as filmmakers and photographers, we've got to ask ourselves, is it really truthfully honest? Or is it a total lie? Is it that we are directors and posers, but maybe are we scared to say that? Maybe because we might miss out on a booking. Maybe we could turn people away because the word documentary and candid gets thrown around by many couples that are looking for a wedding photographer. And I think the question to ask yourself, are we really having the right conversations with couples? Are we saying, hey, you know what? Your version or vision of documentary and candid is not the reality in the way that I would film your wedding. It's not the reality in the way that I'd photograph your wedding. Something we've been thinking about a lot. I think it comes down to an honest conversation with a couple, asking them what first they value. And if it is, we value a documentary and candid approach, ask them what their vision of that is. Oh, it might be just everyone in the moment, just happening, all of this. And you can explain to them, well, okay, that's great. That to us, you may miss out on these photographs that you've fallen in love with, or the film, the setup, the cinematic lighting, the lamp, the blue light, all of that jazz, if we're truly going down a documentary candid approach. Because the reality is, I think you can either go far left or far right. And so lately we've been having conversations with our couples and asking them what approach they would like us to take on their wedding day. Saying, hey, you know what? Put yourself in this predicament that you've got a card and you need to open it and it's from your husband. You're getting ready with all your girls and you're having a great time and you're in your robe. You see that card and you pick it up and you read it and you're in the kitchen and you just feel overwhelmed with emotion. It's not the best lighting, it's not the best composition, it's aesthetically not the best, but the moment may be the best. And then let's look on the other side. You've got a card, you're with the girls, you're in your robe, and the photographer or filmmaker say, hey, I want you to get changed, you're gonna hop in this room, we're gonna move the lamp, the light, the couch, the bed, the window light, the curtains. You're gonna grab the card here, you're gonna lift it, you're gonna look at it, you're gonna look out the window, and you're gonna read the card, then you're gonna look out the window, and you're gonna ponder on that card, making sure your attention's directly out that window. Two different approaches. Maybe two different feelings that someone would have. So a question we're asking is to the couple is, where do you see yourself finding the most comfortability in each scene? How would your wedding day look if there wasn't a photographer? What approach would suit you the best? You know, I think, like I said, we're coming back to, it just comes down to an honest conversation to the couple. Being honest that maybe you're not a documentary photographer or filmmaker. Maybe you don't document candid moments all the time. Your definition of documentary or candid is totally different to theirs. Because that's honest. And honest conversations are going to win all the time. I hope you like this video.